So he has to be big.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Did you see?
This one.
One big room.
Okay. What's that?
Why I am here.
Ha?
Dapat siya ang malaki.
Dapat siya malaki.
So is that
Because Lolo and Lola.
Me, I'm the Lola.
Hey, Sharapan.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Morning. Yes, I can hear you.
Junior?
How are you?
Sarapan, you are very handsome right now. Thank you.
That's very nice of you to say.
Make it look
Huh?
louder.
Okay, hold on.
To make my screen bigger.
Louder. Okay, let me see.
Oh, cool.
I will sit here. I will bring my notes here.
Is everyone? I mean, this is a lot of people. I didn't think that there was going to be this many people.
Yes, because all the people miss you, Sarapan.
that's
Been
nice.
hiding for 1 year.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me see the sound.
Zoom the sound.
Sound. Do we hear the sound? No. This one? No. This is sound. Where's the sound again? What is this? The sound? No, maybe this one. Wala na, naka-volume na lahat.
Are we waiting for Toto? Is he on?
Toto already there?
How come it's too small? We cannot hear.
Malit ka para maigi.
Same
But the
system.
speaker is not
I don't think Toto has already joined.
speaker.
I think speaker.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, volume. Get the second one.
this one? This one?
There, there,
Yung
there.
may line.
My line.
Volume here.
154.
More, more. Again. The line.
I think Shoropan, you can start.
Okay. Do we have it? Do we know where it is? If Toto's on his way, or what's the vibe on him?
I think Toto is sleeping.
Oh, okay. I guess it's good to get rest.
Yes, but it's okay. You record, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I was expecting to go over some of the user side features for the DGP wallet's latest updates, and I didn't have. It's just gonna be a lot of kind of explanations. So I don't know if you want to make this more Q&A, or do you want me to just explain stuff, or how do you want me to go about it?
So I think you just those explain all the stuff, and
Okay.
then we will ask question.
Sure. Okay. So I have so let me first give you an overview of what it is that is going to be covered today. I suspect that we're going to have many of these because there are several different constituencies that are affected. And so one constituency, which is the one that I want to target today, is the end user. So the end user has a couple of different interfaces through which he can engage with the DGP ecosystem. Obviously, Toto has several platforms that is being proliferated, and that's very exciting. They have the web wallet, which is what we're going to go over today. And then there's also the mobile wallet, which is, we're not going to go over that today, but there'll be another call. On top of that, there's obviously other groups of people that are affected by that can use DGP that I want to schedule independent calls for. So for example, that could be traders, that could be affiliates or brokers that want to solicit, that could be whoever else that you guys think could derive value from what it is that you have. But today I'm going to explain it from just a very basic user who's looking to use the standard features of the web application. And then I wanted to do another call pretty shortly, maybe in a day or two, to go over the same thing from the user's perspective for mobile, if that makes sense. So clear?
Okay.
Cool. So I don't know how many of you guys have used, maybe Marita, you could give me, is like everybody here like staunch DGP guys? Everybody's used it, or am I talking to new people?
We use DGP.
Well, I know you used it, but I'm talking about the remainder of the people, because if they've never used it, then I could explain it as if it's new.
Honestly, right now, on the people that are present right now, I think only 3 people are using it.
Oh, okay, great. So I'll explain it as if it's new. And I'm just going to explain it as if nobody's used it.
Okay, better.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to share my screen and we can rock and roll. If you have, if you have any questions, I guess write it in the chat. Maybe Marita can let me know. And I'll answer them at the end, or I'll probably stop. If you just ask me a question, I'll stop and answer them, because I don't have a exact presentation or anything, but there's a lot of information. So one of the things is, as Marita knows, I'm going to talk really fast. And I talk in pretty extensive jargon. I use a lot of crypto words, so I'm sorry in advance, but this will be recorded, and I'm sure that I'll pass the recording on to Marita, and then maybe she'll put it on Google Drive or YouTube or wherever you guys want to share it with, so everybody can use this. Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I guarantee you everybody's gonna have to watch this twice, because it's gonna be a lot of information. Cool.
Cool.
All right, so let me share my screen here. So right now, you guys, I shared my screen. You can see DGPWallet.com.
Yes, correct.
Correct. Okay, so this is, again, I'm gonna go through it as if I'm an average user, and I already have an account. So there is a process of creating an account, which is very easy. That, I guess, I'll show you what that looks like, but I'm going to log in with my existing account, but I'll also show you what the creation account is. So if a new user comes to DGP, he just goes to DGPWallet.com. He has 3 options here. He can say, or he can log in, but if he wants to get started, he has 3 options. He could say I was pre-registered. Pre-registered is something where if you're a current DGP user, you can actually register your friend from within your account, so that you can create him an account, and then he'll get an email with a username and password. And so if he's pre-registered. So then when he comes to DGP, he would click I was pre-registered, and it would ask him to enter the email and password that he got in the email from his friend. The next option, went back. The next option is I got here by myself. And then the last one, which I think will be the more predominant one, is I was referred by a broker. So if you're a DGP user, and I'm not going to go into any of the affiliate programs or commissions that will be offered, but I'm going to explain how the logic works. Every user has a username. So my username, I think, is like King, K-I-N-G. You can choose your username. And that username is what the newest user has to use when they sign up. So if I'm a new user, say my name is Bob, and Sharpan told me about DGP, I would come to DGPWallet.com and I would click I was referred by a broker. And then here it'll say, well, what's the broker sync code to initiate the registration? And so I would know, because Sharpan would tell me, use King, right? Because that's mine. So the new user would then enter King and click proceed. And then it would find the profile of the broker. So this is my profile because I put in King. If I put in your username, it would find your username. It would find your profile and it would say, is this your broker? So it's confirming to the newest user, hey, is this the guy that told you about DGP? Because a lot of times people sign up under the wrong person. So this fixes all of that. And then if they say no, then they have to enter a new username, like a new broker sync code. And if they say yes, then they proceed to the registration. And once they complete this registration, they will be registered underneath that broker who sent them there. The other way to get them under the right broker is if you pre-register them. So if you pre-register them, they're also going to be under you, guaranteed. The middle option is rare, and it might be removed depending on how Toto wants to do it. But I got here by myself means maybe they got here because of YouTube or some advertisements or without an affiliate. And in that case, they don't have to enter a broker sync code. They just go and create it. The account creation process takes like 30 seconds. There's there's no asking for identification. There's no asking for address or even phone number. You just need a valid email and preferably Gmail. So that's basically how you get started. But I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. And once you complete your registration, I'll just log you in. But if you're already a user, you just come in and log in the same way that I did. Okay, so let me break down. So it's the way that I like to explain it is that this is a really, really robust tool. Now, if you've ever driven like a really, I don't know, advanced car or something like that, you might not need to use all of the features in your very advanced car. If you're only going to, I don't know, I was going to say Starbucks, but it's Tim Hortons in Canada, I guess. So if you're only going to Tim Hortons, you just need to drive there. So there is a way to use DGP that's very simple for basic functions, but it's built with every imaginable feature you could want if you want to learn as the end user. If you want to use it for all of the features, you can do that. If you don't have to. So I'm going to start with the simplest features, the one that I think everybody will use, and then I will expand into the more advanced features that is optional. But the main dashboard is interesting, and I wanted to take some time to explain this. When we built this, I wanted to make it so that it's not a wallet. I mean, it has a wallet, but the wallet is pretty like there's thousands of wallets. They're pretty boring, all of them. What I wanted to make this application is, the fancy word I use is a portfolio management tool. But that's just a fancy word for saying it helps you manage all of your digital assets and your digital investments in one place. And so how does it do that? Well, you can look at the main dashboard. So first of all, on the top left-hand side, you have your profile picture, your username, your name. That's just a name for some reason I've kept forever. It's supposed to say Sharpan. On the top right-hand corner, it shows your total net worth. And the way that it calculates that net worth is very, very interesting. I'll show you that after, but this is a plugin called portfolio.ai, which uses a tool that goes across all of the different applications that you can use and calculates a holistic net worth for the end user. But I'll come to that after. Right below that, you have this bar. This bar is actually for advertisements. So the team can actually advertise promotions, tutorials on, for example, if Toto wants to promote a new coin that he's listed, it'll say, XYZ coin has just been listed. And then the user can click on that and there'll be a video or an article. Like this is just a video I put there for the purpose of showing that gives you an explanation of the new news that's happening inside of DGP. So that second bar is for news/advertisements. And it gives an opportunity for the user to learn what is the latest and greatest. So below that is where things get interesting. So on the right-hand side, you have your asset classes. So these are the asset classes that the platform supports. So it supports cryptocurrencies, FX currencies, money markets, bonds. Markets means other types of tokens. So equity tokens, NFTs, etc. And agency is if there wants to be a crowdfunding for, it's like the coin of the platform. So in this case, it would be the DGP coin. So you can select on any of these, and then you'll get the table for that asset class. So for example, if you have crypto selected, then you have your crypto table. It appears right here. And in your crypto table, you can see the coin, how much of the coin you have, the value of that coin in USD, and the price of that coin today. And you can search throughout, all of your assets. So if you want to see if there's like a specific coin, you can search for that. And you can make this bigger and examine it in larger context. You can obviously click on it, but I'll go into that after. Let's do Forex. If you click Forex, it pulls up all of the fiat currencies that are supported by DGP. So that's USD, INR, British pounds, blah, 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 Indonesian, Rupee, I always mispronounce that, Chinese yuan, euros, etc. It's the same deal. It gives you all of I have $1.30. See, in my DGP wallet right now, I have 135 US. I have 27 Canadian. And that's all. That's only fiat currencies I have, but I have a bunch of crypto. And you could see the market price. So this market price is in US dollars. So it gives you the USD conversion rate, and it gives you the value in US dollars, just like it does for crypto. Cool. Money markets is really interesting. You get paid interest for holding your crypto or fiat currencies liquid inside of DGP. So it's connected to a DeFi protocol called moneymarkets.io. That's why it's called money markets. And basically what this does is it allows you to earn interest just for having money in your wallet. This is not investment. You just for holding the money there, you get and then if you earn it every day, and if you withdraw it, then you stop earning it. It's that simple. And here, when you click money markets, you see all the interest rates. So for example, if you wanted to see what is the interest rate for Bitcoin, you would click money markets. You would go down to Bitcoin, and you would see that by holding Bitcoin in your DGP wallet, you're earning 0.0225% per day. I think that's about 13% a year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't actually have the number off my head. So, and these rates change every day based on the supply and demand of the DeFi network. But this gives you the live data. Also, it'll show you if you've earned any interest. So for example, I told you that I had some Canadian dollars. I told you I had 27 Canadian dollars sitting in my wallet. So I've earned, because of the 27 Canadian dollars, I've earned 57 Canadian cents, because I'm earning this much percent per day, and I'm probably left it in there a couple of days. And it also shows you, based on your balance, what you're gonna earn today. So the balance is all of your earnings, and then today's payment is an expected earning based on your balance. So today I'm going to earn this much CAD, and then the net earnings is like what I haven't withdrawn. So this is a pretty big feature, because this allows you to earn interest without locking in money or without making any decisions to, oh, someone is trying to enter the Zoom. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, without having to make any decisions as to how you want to allocate liquidity, just for simply using the wallet, you're able to compound your crypto, and in some cases, fiat. This is probably one of our more popular features. Bonds is long-term investments. If you want to make more interest and you're willing to hold the money, stake it for a longer period of time, you click bonds. You could see your earnings. So I have 9 bonds, 9 Bitcoin bonds. I have 9 Tether bonds and 2 Ethereum bonds. If you have 0 bonds, it'll show nothing under your earnings. And then you could see each bond as an asset. It'll show you all of the certificates. And then here is where you'll see if there's any bonds being offered by the DGP team. And right now there is not. Markets are like, and different NFTs, different ICOs, STOs, whatever O's there are, they're all here. In under offerings, you can see by asset class, tokenized funds, tokenized equity, tokenized whatever. And then you can see the holdings if you're holding any in the wallets. So yeah, I mean, it gives you everything. I mean, it's literally, in my opinion, the most sophisticated portfolio management tool I've ever seen. So I told you I'd come back to show you how this net worth is calculated. So if you click on portfolio.ai, it actually breaks down your financial health in all of the different constituents that it could be broken down. So it'll show you total net worth, liquid holdings. Liquid holdings means it's liquid, available to you. Liquid crypto, liquid fiat, total liquid earnings, which means total interest you've ever earned. Total liquid earnings balance, which means interest minus what you've withdrawn, because once you withdraw it, it's no longer earnings. Bond earnings, bond asset balance, and yeah, then it'll circle around. And you can actually view that, I think, in any currency. You can see the calculations for it. Yeah, no, calculations are coming soon, but yeah, you could break that down pretty advanced there. How do I close this? Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's an entire account. Really, what has to be taken into consideration, like I told you, right? If you're just using this for basic features, all of this very advanced stuff might not mean much. But as users start to grow their assets and their portfolio, these accounting measures and this kind of portfolio management tools, nobody else has it. So this becomes a unique advantage. Okay, let's go into now the functionality. So let's say, and this is really what I wanted to cover today, which is what can you do with each of these wallets? So let's just use Bitcoin, for example, right? So you see your balance, you can see you're all happy, or you're understanding that perspective. So what can you do? You just need to click Bitcoin or whatever. You can click whatever, but I'm going to use Bitcoin. And immediately the left-hand side chat bot opens, and the chatbot brings you all of the data that you're going to need regarding Bitcoin. So it'll give you the live price, the market capitalization, the trading volume, and it'll say which one, because it's a bot, it'll say which one of the actions do you want to do, Sharpan? So do you want to add Bitcoin? Do you want to fund your account? Do you want to buy Bitcoin? Do you want to sell Bitcoin? Do you want to send Bitcoin? Do you want to check your transactions, or do you want to cash Bitcoin? Cash Bitcoin means withdraw your interest, cashing your Bitcoin. And I'll show you how to do all of them. Say you wanted to add Bitcoin. Yeah, got it. So if you wanted to add Bitcoin, you just click add. It'll say, how do you want to add? These are a couple different options, because you can add from an external wallet. You can add from a different wallet that's connected to our system, like almost like a bank transfer. You can add from somebody else. So Marita can send me Bitcoin, and you can add from your interest, right? If you earned interest, you have some Bitcoin sitting in your interest wallet, you can add that. If you want to see your external wallet, you just click, and this shows your balance. If you click block check, it'll show you your wallet right here. You copy that and it'll copy it, or you can see the QR code right there. If you want to add it from, say, your friend's wallet, like let's say you wanted to get it from a different wallet. Say you have Bitcoin in InstaCrypto. Oh, let me cancel that. Say you have Bitcoin in InstaCrypto, which is another app that's connected to DGP. You click Bitcoin and you click add Bitcoin and you click vault. It's going to say, and this is this. So now it brought you into the wallet page, because before you were in this is the dashboard. If you click Bitcoin and you click add or send or check transactions, it's going to take you to the actual wallet page. So let's go to the wallet page. Let's just say add Bitcoin, or let's just say check transactions even. So here we go. So here is the wallets for each asset. So at the top here, you have the asset classes, just like you had on the dashboard: crypto, Forex, money markets, bonds, blah, blah, blah. And then under the crypto, you have all the different cryptocurrencies one by one. You can search them if you really want to. As I've already said, I've selected Bitcoin. So it's showing me all my Bitcoin transactions. I have like dozens, 8 pages worth of Bitcoin transactions. So it's a lot. You can click on the transaction. It'll get you a transaction inspector. It'll tell you what the USD value of the transaction was today and on the day that it came from. It'll give you where it came from, notes on the transaction, a bunch of advanced stuff. You can even download your transactions into a spreadsheet. If you want to send it to an accountant, or if you want to have your CVS file or something, you just click download. It'll download a statement of your transactions. And yeah, so transactions are pretty straightforward for any wallet, for any asset. And then you have this thing called controller. You see that? Right now it's selected for ledger. So it's showing me my Bitcoin ledger. But I also have a Bitcoin controller. And my Bitcoin controller allows me to see overall what's in my wallet, my Bitcoin equity, the USD value, what's the ROI over the 24 hours, what's my P&L expressed in Bitcoin over 24 hours, has Bitcoin gone up, has Bitcoin gone down. I can then see if I can see the currencies I can convert if I want to sell my Bitcoin. I could see the exchanges and charts, and a bunch of jazz is there under controller. So there's a controller and a ledger for every single currency for every asset. So now let's go into some of the tools, which is what I was trying to show earlier. So I click on Bitcoin and I click on add, and I click on Vault. So here, it's less saying you're back into your wallet, but you're in this moving money page. So this is saying which of your apps do you want to send money from? This is like an example of how I could send money from InstaCrypto or Assets.io or Broker app or any of the other apps into DGP. So I would just say I want to send my money from InstaCrypto. Perfect. So look at that. It's connecting InstaCrypto to DGP. So then it's saying, do you want to deposit into your Bitcoin wallet? Yes. And which wallet from InstaCrypto do you want to debit from? Right? So this would be like, I'm going to assume everybody on the call is, or most people on the call is from Canada. So like if you're moving money from your checking account to your savings account, or even moving money from, let's say, RBC to TD, which they don't even allow, but we allow. So say I wanted to move money from my USD account in InstaCrypto to my Bitcoin account in DGP, easy. Done. It breaks everything down. I just put in the amount, I put in some notes, and it will do the conversion and credit me my Bitcoin. If I wanted to do Bitcoin to Bitcoin, I could do whatever I want. I could pick whatever asset I want. So I have 0.03 Bitcoin in InstaCrypto. So I'll move 50% of that to DGP. So right now my balance is 0.00285. I'll put some notes saying this is for milk and to send it off. And what that does is it immediately initiates the transfer. And yeah, my transaction is done. My balance got updated. All inter-transfers between people, between groups, between individuals and vaults are free. So yeah, I mean, it's literally built to be the simplest possible thing on planet Earth. If I wanted to withdraw money from my interest, I click this, money markets. And then it'll show me all the interest I've earned, which is the same as on the dashboard. And if I've earned any Bitcoin interest, I could find Bitcoin. I have earned a little bit of Bitcoin interest, and I could withdraw that. And $6 or something, and I would withdraw it, and then it's withdrawing from my interest, and it's going to go into my liquid account. And yeah, that transaction's done, and now it's in there. So if I go back to my ledger, you would be able to see here 2 Bitcoin deposits. One Bitcoin deposit was from InstaCrypto, and the other Bitcoin deposit was from my interest payments. So yeah, and then of course, if I'm doing an external deposit, it's as simple as just sending money to that address. So you can add crypto virtually however you want. I mean, it's a pretty, we thought of every possible way. Let's say, so that's one feature, right? Adding funds. Let's say you wanted to send funds, okay? Which is the next thing. So if I wanted to send funds, I would still click Bitcoin or whatever currency you want to send. And this time I would say send Bitcoin. And here it's going to ask, all right, Sharpan, how do you want to send your Bitcoin? Do you want to send it block check? Basically means wallet. Do you want to send it out to another wallet? If you click it, it's going to say, it's going to even ask you, it's trying to make it even simpler and saying, okay, you're sending Bitcoins. Are you sending it to an external wallet? Or do you want to use SMS or iMessage, or email to let them know that you want to send them Bitcoin? Or do you want to send it to a partner that's streamlined by DGP? If you're a normal person, you're just going to send it to a wallet. You click, I have the wallet address, and then you put the wallet address here. It creates a little check. Because it's showing what's going on. You put whatever Bitcoin wallet address, you put in the amount, and then you send it off. If you want to send it to another wallet, you click Vault, do the same process of adding Bitcoin, but this time you're sending it out. And I could send some money to, whoever it is, Marita. If I wanted to send it to another user that's in DGP, I click Connect. I say, which of my apps am I sending from? So I'm sending from my DGP wallet using Connect, and I'll send it to, I don't know, Marita, what's your email? Or I'm just gonna end up sending it to myself. So I'll just do that. Sure, I'll send it to another one of my emails with Global Exchange. Sure, this is just another person who's not logged in. I click next. It's gonna find that user and it's gonna say, hey, is this the person that you want to send the money to? Because again, we don't want you sending the money to the wrong person. You click proceed, and then it asks you which one of their accounts do you want to send the money to, right? So I'll select DGP. So it's sending from my DGP to their DGP. But it could also send from my DGP to wherever they want. Proceed to Bitcoin. If they want Bitcoin, I'll select Bitcoin here as well. I'll do 50%, put a note saying this is for lunch. I don't know, whatever it is, and click send. And now it's being sent to the next person and it sends immediately. And I get debited half of I sent half of it because I sent it to myself. So yeah, sending off basically any possible way you want is able to be done. And it manages even the offline. If you're sending it to an external address, it manages that. You can even add contacts. Like, say you keep sending it to Binance or you keep sending it to Coinbase, you can actually just add that as a contact, and then it'll be here. Like, you can just select Binance or select, I just put Coinbase and Binance because they're popular. So you can actually add contacts that you keep sending money to, so you don't have to repeatedly add them again. You don't need to keep asking for their address. So it's even quicker in that fashion. Yeah, that's adding and sending. Let's do trading. This is, no, I'm going to not say trading. Let's do converting, because there's an advanced trading, which is like more like Binance, where you're trading like high frequency. And then there's a simple trading, which is just for people that more like Coinbase, where you just want to convert. So right now I'm going to show you simple trading. Okay. So say you have some Bitcoin. See, I have some Bitcoin, or forget about that. Say you have some CAD. I have CAD. I have 27 CAD, and I want to buy some Bitcoin. So I can either click on CAD and click sell Canadian dollars, or I can click on Bitcoin and click buy Bitcoin. I'm going to do the buy Bitcoin. Okay. So when I click buy Bitcoin, it takes me to it's called token swap, and it's already says I want to buy Bitcoin. So now it's saying, Sharpan, which one of your currencies do you want to sell? So I'm going to select Canadian dollars because I have Canadian dollars. Then it's going to find a market maker. So in this case, it'll show you Global Exchange or whatever other exchange will do the trade for you. So I'll click Global Exchange, and then it breaks down the trade summary on the right-hand side. So say I wanted to sell $20 CAD. It will then, I put in the $20 CAD at the top. It gets me the quote in terms of how much Bitcoin I'm going to get exactly. Sorry, I clicked it again. That's what happened. And if I put in whatever amount I put in here, it tells me exactly how much Bitcoin I'm going to get after fees. And it gives me the final price I'm going to pay in CAD per Bitcoin, even though I'm only buying $20. I can put in the $20 I want to buy, or I could say I want to buy 0.004 Bitcoin, and it'll tell me how much CAD I need. Either way, it'll work. It'll show you the final price you're paying in CAD. It'll also show you the final price you're paying in any currency. So if you want to view how much you're paying per Bitcoin in British pounds, even though your trade is CAD to BTC, it's okay. It'll let you do that. And so, yeah, there we go. So even though I'm trading CAD, I'm able to see how much I'm paying in British pounds, like as a value set. So, and if I wanted to break down exactly what the fees are, I just click this button and it gives me a trade audit. It'll show me before I get started what the broker fees are, what the platform fees are, what the exchange fees are. I can view the fees in USD, in Bitcoin, in whatever currency, and it lets me analyze everything I want. But I'm basically happy with this trade, so I'm going to click place trade. And I click place trade. It facilitates everything. Every person that needs to get paid gets paid, and the trade then gets completed. In this case, it's getting completed via Global Exchange. But had you selected a different exchange, you would have been able to get a different rate, potentially higher or lower. Then it'll give you your new Bitcoin balance and your new CAD balance that you used. And you can then go to your CAD vault or your BTC vault, your wallet, to see the trade if you want to, but the trade's done. That's how simple it is. I mean, it's pretty simple. And if you actually, one of the things I really like about this is this. This token swap plugin lets you actually go through the motion. So it'll say, which coin do you want? Since I selected buy Bitcoin, it already pre-selected that. But I don't need to do that. I could just come to token swap directly by going to, I would have to go through the chat, but any capacity. Come to token swap, and I could say, I want to buy ADA. And then it'll say, okay, well, which currency do you want to sell? It'll show me that for buying Cardano, I can only sell Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, or Tether. So I cannot buy Cardano with Canadian dollars. I could buy Bitcoin with Canadian dollars, however. So it gives me all the options. And then finally, let's say I'm going to buy Cardano with a Tether. It'll give me the final platforms for doing that. It'll give me the price per Tether and same process. And it gives me all my wallet balances up here, and you can navigate between your different balances. It's an entire routing system for finding the currency that you want versus the currency you have, finding the rates that you want, and then ideally seeing and analyzing everything you're going to pay. Like I said, if you are a normal person, you're not going to do everything I just said. A normal person will come, want to buy Bitcoin, click buy. he'll say which currency do you want to sell? If he has CAD or USD or whatever, he's going to just type in CAD and check out. And that's done in 5 seconds. And I'm giving you guys the step-by-step because, to show you all of the different facilities. What else can you do? You click Bitcoin, send, sell. So sell Bitcoin would work the same way, check transactions, buy Bitcoin. If you want to talk to support, okay, so let me show you. So that's the main functionality, right? Adding crypto, sending crypto, trading between any two currencies. It doesn't have to be crypto or fiat. It could be crypto or fiat, and generating interest in all of the jazz here. So now let's see some of the other things that you can do through the bot. If you, at any point, no matter where you are on the app, you click this top left-hand button, the DGP logo, and it opens up the chat bot. And it default, it gives you the bot, but you can also just say, I want to talk to a human, and click support, and you can actually talk to the support team directly here. So look, it says I typed in I need help with trading, and so they're going to get back to me on that. I can also, and this is a really new feature, I can talk to anybody else in DGP. So you can message inside of the wallet any of your contacts inside of DGP. So these are my contacts right now. So I'll click, this is one of my employees, Jabir. So I'll click him and I can simply just start talking to him. I could start talking to him. I could send him money. I could take money from him. I can tell him whatever's going on. So you have a peer-to-peer chats that's there between your favorite everybody. You have the bot that helps you, and the bot's pretty wild, man. Like the bot lets you check everything. So if you click bot and you say, I want to deposit money, it helps you do that. Send money, it helps you. Trade does that. But if you want to see data, you click transactions, it'll show you all your withdrawals, all of your investments, all your deposits. It'll pull up all that data for you. And if you want to learn, you can look at the DGP official channel. And here the team can actually upload videos, articles, content, education, courses. And this is the DGP publication, right? So you can select this and it'll show you, this is a how-to video, how to transfer money to your friend, how to, or if you want to, that's videos. And then there's also articles. There's no articles added by these guys yet, but you can add articles. And so you have an entire education system there, and the articles are independently hosted. So you could share them with people. The videos are independently hosted, and the courses can be created by the owners. And you could do as many as you want. You could do news and or courses through the Learn page. So I think that's really the depth. If I go into any more stuff, now I'm going to go into pretty advanced stuff. The final thing I'll show you is the InstaCrypto plugin. So this is depends on what options Toto wants to open up for banking. But say, for example, he wanted to make it so that people in Canada could fund their account directly with e-transfer, which is a very popular thing to do, right? Yeah. Right. So all the user, remember, I'm speaking now from the user side. There's a bunch of admin stuff that has to happen, but I'm speaking from the user side, okay? The user would come here and he would click Explore Apps and he would click InstaCrypto. And this is now the InstaCrypto plugin directly inside of DGP. So it's going to say, what are you looking to accomplish? It's asking the user, what do you want to do? You want to deposit fiat or withdraw fiat?
Deposit.
Yeah. Well, so one thing, this will only be enabled depending on what the administrator, which is you guys, want to enable. But right now I've left open so that you guys could see it. But for example, if you don't want them to deposit or withdraw fiat, they could still click on this page, but they won't be able to click any buttons because the admin's not allowing it. But if you wanted them only to deposit but not withdraw fiat, then this would not be clickable. But right now I just made everything clickable. Okay, so click deposit. So the next thing it's going to do is which country are you currently, which currency, which fiat currency do you want to fund? So, well, again, I want to be clear on something. It's showing every currency right now because I put every currency, but it won't have every currency. It'll have the currencies you guys want, right? So if it's Canadian dollars, you click CAD, okay? And then what it will do is it'll say is, well, what you're sending CAD, what currency do you want to fund in, which is also CAD. So you click CAD again, and then it'll say, well, what country are you in? Because you could send CAD, I guess, from other countries, but this only lets you send CAD from Canada. And then it'll say, pick your payment method. Again, I've just enabled all of them, but you're going to select what? E-transfer, right? So you'll go until you find Interac. There we go, Interac e-transfer. And when you click Interac, it will say, which banker do you want to use? So right now it says Global Exchange, but once DGP uploads whatever information they want to upload, it'll say DGP. So, oh, I'm 2 for 2 today with these mosquitoes. So I'll click Global Exchange. And then what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, how much are you sending? So I'm going to send $500. It'll generate the quote. So if you send $500, how much are you going to, get received? So there's basically a $10 fee, but that's set by Global Exchange. DGP could have different fees as an example, right? So you control all of that. And then I'd click start. And what it does, this is really cool. Once I'll show you what happens after. So I just click start. If you think about it logically, the guy hasn't sent any money yet, right? Because he hasn't sent any money. He has to go do that. And one of the big things that we wanted to solve was walking the customer through the funding process. When it comes to fiat, when it's crypto, it's easy. But when it comes to fiat currency, there's so many different ways to fund, right? Like we're doing e-transfer, but that's only one. And even inside of e-transfer, there's a couple steps. And inside of a wire transfer, it's a different couple steps. And inside of this other one, there's different couple steps. So all the user had to do is initiate that he wants to send $500. Then he simply goes to transactions, deposits, fiat, processing, CAD, and then he's going to see the processing transaction. If he has 5 that are processing, that means he should probably cancel them, but he can have that. And then all he does is he clicks go to the current step. And then what it does is it shows you step by step how to do an e-transfer, right? So the first thing you do, which is the current step, and this is, you already did this, right? Which is initiate. Okay, job step 1, done, right? So now step 2 is add Global Exchange, in this case, or whatever it is, as a contact. And you can, if you click on that step, it says log into the online banking, whatever bank you're with, and add this email as a contact. And we can add screenshots, we can add videos if we want to be very clear, explaining everything to them. And I need to go back. Oh, I need to click on transactions again. I got out of my little walk out of the step there. Give me a sec. So then after that, after I add them as a contact, step 3 is send off the e-transfer. Step 4 is confirm via support that the e-transfer is sent. And remember, to do support, you just click on this and talk to them. They're just here. And then the transaction is done, right? Because e-transfer is pretty simple. If it's a wire transfer, it'll have a different set of steps. So if you guys wanted to understand what this is like what I was inspired by when I built the step-by-step process for fiat is Amazon's track your package. So I wanted to create something where it's like, once you do it, every step of the way, it's like telling you, this is what you have to do next. Okay, you're done this. The next thing, the company has to do this. Because for example, right, after they send the e-transfer step 3, then they just wait because the e-transfer has to be confirmed. That's not their problem. The customer has done their job. The customer can upload receipts. He can upload documents directly here. He can add directions, or he can just terminate the transaction saying, I did this by mistake, I'm not sending it. So literally every piece of data and every step for you. And if you think your customers need a lot of help, you can build this interactive procedure for them up front so that they don't need to worry about talking to them each time. And the machine takes care of it. So they always know what to do next, and they have all the data, and it's a personalized interaction for each transfer they make. So the guy sending money from the United States has a completely different process than the guy sending money from Canada versus the guy sending money from Indonesia, whatever it so may be. So each transaction is like that. So you just have to go to InstaCrypto and initiate it, and then it appears in your bot, and then your bot helps you do the rest. But of course, this is contingent, and now you can understand why that, like, the person who's the administrator, so the administrator says, okay, it tells the system, I want to accept money in Canada, in this country, this is the bank information, and then the machine does everything else. So yeah, that's that. It is without a question the most advanced OTC solution in the world, because and I only know that because I went through that process. Every single painful transaction that we did, this automates and just simplifies everything. I used to call it the Google Maps of crypto transactions.
In Indonesia, people also send money.
Say that again.
Indonesia.
It's up to it's so right. So I get what I've shown you right now is what the user will experience. It's up to you guys what limits you want to set. So for example, when you went to InstaCrypto and when I did that process right now, 1 second, I logged in.
Namanya siapa nih?
For example,
Hello.
when I did it, I said I let any country do it, but you guys can't do that unless you have bank accounts in every single country. And so it would be limited. So if you said you only want people from Canada and Indonesia, or only Canada, or only Indonesia, or whatever, then when the customer goes to here, and it's only going to show him CAD because you've only chosen Canada as the admin. If you then tomorrow, then you add euros, then he can select CAD or euros. I just let all of them show right now because I wanted to give a demonstration of what it could be like. But that's completely in the control of Toto and you guys. So, but the process, that my whole point is this: once you have your limits, once you have your directions, everything else is taken care of. There's no reason for you to explain anything to the customer. You have to do it once. When you first add it, you have to add all the data, right? Because you have to add all your information and everything like that. But once you set it up for one transaction structure, then that's it. Until you can also update it if you want. So yeah, that's
I think,
funding with crypto.
From
Yeah.
Indonesia,
What else can
they
I
were
do?
ask something.
Pardon me, I can't
Yes.
hear you.
Thank you. My name is Rajiv,
Okay.
a friend of Mrs. Ayu.
Okay.
I have 3 questions.
Is Mrs. Ayub there?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, how are you?
Fine.
It's been a
I
long
miss
time
you.
since we've seen each other.
I miss you.
Yeah, no, likewise. I hope everybody's doing well. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I already built a marketplace similar like Tokopedia or Shopee.
Cool.
So we have a plan to using DGP token
Yeah.
to convert as a point, because in Indonesia regulatory
Yeah.
is permitted to using crypto. So
Yeah.
we have to convert the crypto to point and buy something or change to something.
Yeah.
So the question is, can I get API wallet to connect to our marketplace?
Yeah.
That's the first question.
Yeah.
And the second question, can I connect IDR payment gateway to this wallet? Because I already have the connection to the local bank. So
yeah. So I'll answer the second question first. Okay. So the answer to your second question is yes. That's very easy. The second one that you said. So if you have your bank information, then we can add IDR payment structure. You then have to work with Toto to manage that, because people will send money there, and you need to go into the admin panel and work on that. But in terms of doing it, yes, as long as you have the bank set up, it's doable. The first question, which is your point system. Okay, so I want to understand it clearly. So you have a website or you have an application, and you want people to use DGP to pay, or you want people to send DGP there?
Send DGP and convert to point.
Are you going to do the conversion on your app, or do you want that to happen in this wallet?
Yes, perfect. So the point is like fiat currency, one to one in IDR.
Yeah, okay, cool. So if you want them to be able to fund, what's the name of your? Do you have the just so I could use the name as an example? Your website or your marketplace.
Store point. DGP Store Point.
Okay, cool. So say dgpstorepoint.com as an example. So if you want to connect all of these wallets, so your customers' wallets, let's call it. So say there's a customer, I'm a customer. So say sharpan@gmail.com let me get out here. So sharpan@gmail.com has, this much Ethereum and one Tether, which is funny, and some CAD and some USD. So now I'm going on DGP Store Point as an example, right? And when I get to DGP Store Point, I want to buy something or I want to use your platform, and I should be able to, from DGP Store Point, access these wallets and send off DGP?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
That's it.
possible. The integration is there. We have
Only
APIs.
using DGP token. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's because so if you click go down here, you'll see DGP is right here. I don't have any DGP, but if I had DGP, it's the
Okay.
same thing as me having Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, right? So DGP is already built in. I can actually buy DGP right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can hold. It's already capacitated to hold DGP. So now the question is, can people connect that DGP wallet to your website? And the answer is yes. I'll show you an example of a website that another one of my clients built that we've connected it to, and it'll be the same on yours. Do you get my point?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what it looks
last
like.
question.
This is what it looks like. This is what it will look like. I don't know if this is what you want, but this is what it could look like. So one of my clients
Okay.
built this thing called Endorsement App, which is like an e-commerce marketplace. Okay, so whatever, don't
Okay.
worry about that. That's not
Okay.
important. Just worry about the checkout. So go into affiliate. Sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, so this is some page. So I'm going to buy this accounting service, whatever, right? This part doesn't matter, but this is important, the checkout. So this could be dgpstorefront.com. It could be amazon.com. It could be Timbuktu. It doesn't matter. When I click checkout,
Okay.
it takes me to a checkout application. And then it says, this is what I'm buying. And say, okay, I want to get started. So it's going to say, do you want to create a new account or do you have one? And I already have one. I have a DGP account.
Sherpan, can you please admit people from London?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, please remind, because I'm not looking at that screen. I'm sorry. They'll let me know if there's anybody else waiting. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So here I'm going to say proceed with checkout, and I'm going to log in with my DGP account. That's what it really is here. But you can log in with any of the application accounts as an example. So on your app, when they're going to use their DGP, they need to log in. I'm going to give you the API so that they can log in like this little checkout. So find my GX username. Where is it? Sharpan. There you go.
Yeah, but not to study now.
Okay.
Very much
so,
count.
so then log in, forgive me, log in. And look what it's going to do next. It's going to say which of your wallets Sharpan, because now it knows I'm Sharpan because I just logged in, right? So now it's going to say which wallet Sharpan do you want to pay with? So here I simply put DGP. And then it pulls all of the wallets from my DGP account. See, remember I told you I had $1.37, $7.50 if I go back to DGP, it's all still the same. It's the same wallet, but it's now pulling in my balances. And I can also, if I had DGP, I don't have any DGP, but if I had DGP, I could click pay with DGP and you'd be able to check out with that. I mean, this product is $250, which I don't have in DGP, but you get my point. So this same API integration, we can give, we could give you the same API integration. It's built perfectly.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And the last question, sorry.
Yeah.
Because we already have maybe in 10,000 users.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot.
at least I want to send the crypto or the crypto to bulk address in one time automatically. Is it possible?
It's possible. It's
like
possible. So
disbursement.
you got it. Absolutely. So a normal user can't do that, but there's a special account. If you have it, you can use it. So I just need to upgrade your account.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. It's a group transfer. You're talking about group transfers.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. So normal
Okay, thank
users
you.
can't do that, but I just need to upgrade your account. You could do that. Yeah. Coolio.
Sherpan,
Yes.
can you include the Philippines there on the currency?
Filipino pesos? I think I have Filipino pesos already. Let me check.
You forgot.
Oh
You
my
forgot.
God, I keep forgetting. No, of course I'll add it. Yeah. No, I'm almost positive I have Filipino pesos. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I do have it. Somewhere I have it, but I haven't included. So, yes, the answer is yes. I'll add it tonight, but then you also need to log in and approve it. But yeah, I can add it. I can't believe I forgot it.
Hey, Sherpan, I have a question.
Yeah.
So some people receive DGP to their DGP wallet address,
Yeah.
but they cannot see their balance.
Yeah. So, good question. Good question. So it's a great question. I don't know if that's if that's a problem that was like, I don't know, a couple months ago, then I'll solve it one customer at a time. But if it's a problem that has happened of recent, it's not because they can't see their balance. It's because there's an additional step that you probably don't know about, but that's because it's my fault. And I, haven't broadcasted this. So if you're sending DGP or any ERC20, so it's very important. If you're sending any ERC20 token to your DGP wallets, then you need to add one more step. So I'll walk you through it. So say you click crypto and you click DGP and you click add DGP and you click block check and you get, this is your address, and then you send it, right? So one more thing you need to do is you need to then, once you send it, or once the guy that's sending it to you sends it, you need to go in and cancel it. You need to go into transactions and click deposits. But this time, instead of clicking fiat, because before we were exploring fiat, click crypto, processing, and find DGP. And it will show you the transaction. You need to enter the hash. Because when they send it to you, like, yeah, they'll be, and you can get the hash on Etherscan as well. You can get it even if they don't want to give it to you.
Can you show me how?
Yeah,
I've never done it before.
No, I'll do a live one right now. Okay. So
okay, cool.
I'm gonna do it with Ethereum because I have some Ethereum and all the. It's only for, so you don't need to do this for Bitcoin or anything like that. It's only for the ERC20s because we're gonna add so many, and the transaction times on ERC20s become very slow. But if you include the hash, then it's immediately credited. That's why we did it like that. So as an example, let's say I wanted to, do I have any, I should have some GXT, but I might be scarce in that. So let's say I want to send some GXT to my wallet, which is the same, ERC20 as DGP. So I'd click actions. Let me call them here, actions. Then I'd click deposit. Then I would click crypto, click GXT or DGP is fine. And then it'll say add GX token, block check, and copy. So then I would go to my wallet and send in the coins, right? So now it's hovering in the ether. I mean, like, it's being sent. If I wanted to get my hash, and the other guy could just send it to me, but if he doesn't want to send it to me, all you need to do is, and what I'll do is I'll put a link here so that you don't even need to remember this, but all you need to do is go to Etherscan and enter the address, your address. And if you had, and this is my address, but I haven't had any GXT transaction to my wallet, but it would all come under here. It would show the transaction that was just sent, and you just copy that hash and you put it in to, wrong place, to your deposit section inside of GXT, or in that case, DGP. But that, yeah. So, but it's also, yeah. I have a video showing how to do that. I'll send that to you.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and so, by the way, if you, for example, say last week someone sent you DGP and you don't see it, once you enter the hash, you'll see it, even if it's like from last week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's not meant to slow it down. It's actually meant to speed it up. It's not just to be because we want to be a pain in the ass. It's because if you, like, say somebody's sending you DGP, right? It'll take some time for the blockchain to confirm the transaction. But if you upload the hash, then it will give it to you immediately, even if the blockchain is confirming it. That's why we did it like that. Yeah, because when, like, as you may or may not know, the gas fees have become very expensive because Ethereum has become very expensive. And so because of that, like, let's say you're using Coinbase or whatever, whatever, they're not going to have too much gas fees because, they might be sending out like 1 million transactions. And so all the transactions take a lot longer, not per Bitcoin, but for the ERC20 tokens, which of course DGP is one. But yeah, I forgot to inform you, but I'll send out your video to Marita and she'll send it on how to do that, a tutorial.
Cool, thanks. Thanks a lot, Sharpan.
Nice. Oh, it's my alarm going off?
And just one question. So let's say I want to pay, per se, Marita.
Yeah.
She's in front of me. I want to scan her QR code.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah, that's possible. But you don't even, if she's a DGP user, you don't even need to do that. You could do that. But so if Marita's in front of you, or if she's not in front of you, the question is she a DGP account holder? If she is, you don't need her QR code. You just need her account, her email. If she's not a DGP user, then you need her address. And in both.
Yeah, let's say she's not. Let's say she's
Yeah.
not. She's depositing into MetaMask. Oh, and by the way, just
Yeah.
before I forget,
Yeah.
can we link our DGP wallet to MetaMask or BSC or anything like that?
You would, it's you, there's a way to do it, but it's like not pretty useful because like MetaMask in and of itself is like, you can hold DGP in MetaMask, but you can hold DGP in your DGP wallet. The advantages of holding it in your DGP wallet is that you're not paying gas fees every time you want to move it something. Whereas,
And I get interest.
yeah, and of course, yeah, and I'm not even, I didn't even include that. But just as a simple fact, right? If you had DGP in your MetaMask account and you wanted to send it to Marita in her MetaMask account, that's going to cost you, I don't know, $5 or whatever the fees are right now for Ethereum. But if you had it in your DGP account and you wanted to send it to her DGP account, that's free and instant. But let's say you have a DGP account and she does not have a DGP account. So then what you need to do is this. So you'd click DGP and you'd click send, you'd click block check, you'd click I have the wallet address. What that means is you know her wallet address. You get my point? So if you know her wallet address, you click this and then you include it. You enter the address, whatever her address is. I'll just use a random MetaMask account. I have some MetaMask here, I think. Give me a sec. I know I installed it 2 days ago for a new test. Give me a sec.
Send.
So here's a random Ethereum address. So I'll enter this Ethereum address here and then proceed. And then I don't have any DGP, but if I had DGP, I'd put like 50 or whatever. And then I'd click proceed. And it would ask me if I have any notes and then it would send it off to her. That's external. That's external, right? Internal is just like you just click connect. So the top one is external, block check is external, connect is internal. Just remember it like that. And if you're internal, you just select, I want to send money from my DGP. This, put Marita's email in, right? I don't know. I think I feel like I should know her email, but I don't remember it. But whatever, I'll put in my email again. And
Shoropan, Marita will send it to you.
okay, cool. Yeah. And again, it could be any, it actually, you don't even need to ask them if they're a DGP user. You can just check. So if you enter an email and it's not a DGP user, it'll say this is not a DGP user. But if it is one, if it is one, it'll return the picture. See, it says, I misspelled my email. So it's saying user not found. So that means you have to send it to their address. But if you go back and correct your spelling, like if I did my correct spelling, investments@gmail.com. Is the correct spelling? Yeah, it pulls up the account and it confirms, hey, is this the person? And if I click proceed, then I select, if she has more than one wallet, you select which one you want to send it to her. But if she only has DGP, it'll only show DGP. Of course, I just have a bunch of them. So that's why I chose all of them. And then it shows you're sending from your DGP to her DGP, and you can send whatever currency you want to be instant. So yeah, that's the difference.
That is internal, Shoropan, huh? That is internal.
Between two users, yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
two users.
You got it.
And what is the 5 option and the other option?
The 5?
The two little in
the middle. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. That's a good one. So this one is sending between your apps. So be from your DGP wallet to another wallet that's yours. That's with the same email. So that's the second one. We just call that Vault. Live is actually, what was the purpose of Live? Oh man, yeah. This is pretty like juvenile stuff. Vault is if you want to send it from DGP to another one of your apps with the same email that you have with us, say InstaCrypto. So you do that, and there we go. That's that. It's from you to you. And Live is from another wallet to another wallet, but owned by you. So it would be, I'll give you an analogy. Like I said, this third option is pretty not that useful for most people, but I'll give you an analogy. It's like if you could log into your CIBC account and send money from your TD account to Scotia without ever having to log into either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah,
super cool.
Yeah. So there's, I don't know if the final thing in which is, this is one of the things I think is really cool is that like, if the adding of contacts and saving of them, so you don't need to keep another question you had, which is that if Marita's not a DGP user, say Marita's not a DGP user, but you know you're going to send her money over and over and over again. So you would just come to your checkbook and add her as a contact so that every time you don't need to ask her for her address, you could just click the contact and send it.
Ooh, that's really good.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. So like it's this has actually been a very productive video because this has a lot of information. So however you guys want to dice this up, you could probably make like 20. You can make like 20 videos out of this video probably if you cut it up, but it'd be kind of difficult.
Sarapan,
Somebody.
admit somebody. Another one.
Yeah, 2 people are waiting. Actually, my bad. Few.
Central Europe.
Marilta and Yusuf. I'm mispronouncing those names. I apologize. So, yeah. So, like I said, today we went through one angle, and there's a lot of angles. So today is from users, basic users, and from web. The next one I'm going to do is basic users, mobile. So the next Zoom call training I'll do, I'll have the mobile app casted on my screen.
The next one, the next schedule. So
yeah, we should schedule that now because, as you know, if you don't get a date from me, it's never going to happen. So today is let's do Tuesday at the same time. Can you do Tuesday at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not the same time, 1 hour later, because I actually planned this to be 1 hour later, but then I forgot that EST had moved back. So whatever, so Tuesday, 1 hour later than it was today. I'll send out the Zoom link in advance.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So you can tell people what that's going to be is that's going to be exactly like this, but it's going to be only for the mobile app. So users, mobile,
Okay.
exactly. But today was users, web app. After those 2 are done, then there'll be one for traders.
Mm-hmm.
Traders will be using the web application morely. And then right after traders, we could do one for affiliates or brokers, however we got to have a conversation first. But yeah, those would be your 4 communities, I would imagine, right? Traders, customers, and then we could do administrative ones. The gentleman that was asking me about the store connection. It's an incredible power to be what the wallet does in terms of connecting to for potential e-commerce and potential whatever products you want to buy or sell, because you can simply use your DGP wallet as an onboarding station for your clients, and then say you're doing a project, right? Say you're doing some crypto project, and you use DGP as the vehicle to facilitate that, to get them the crypto or to sell the crypto or whatever their purposes are, and it's built for all of that. I know we're gonna have probably one call about the bots, your trading bot. No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have some very exciting news for that.
I have somebody here.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk to Soropan about the boat.
I wanted to actually. I've obviously been working on something that's pretty expansive. So I think that will be the last call that we do. So right now I have at least 3 more public calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, one for mobile end user, then one for traders, and then one for affiliates if you guys have affiliates, and then we could do one call for all the people interested in the bots. I mean, if you want me to spoil the secret, this is what I'm doing for the bot. So you see how there's not everything I'm doing because I'm only going to give you one little tease, but there's the DGP bot I've integrated into this in a couple of different ways. But the easiest one is that you're going to get all of your notifications directly in your DGP chat. So you don't have to go to Telegram. So you saw that when I clicked on chats here, it shows all my contacts, right? People I've talked to. And then at the top, it'll be the first person that everybody will see is the DGP trading bot. So if they click on that, it'll be like, it'll show all the alerts coming from there. Once we do the mobile call, you'll see that the entire chat bot system I have here is inside the mobile app. So they'll get their trade alert straight to their mobile app or their web app, whichever one they want. But that's just one level of the integration. I've actually worked on a couple more integrations. So we will have a full call about the bots. That's for sure. I think this is pretty good. I thought this was pretty, there are some things that that will be clarified moving forward, I guess, by Toto, which is what countries can people fund from? We could talk about that. And also, if you guys want to upload all of your educational content And if you want to upload training videos that you guys want to do in multiple languages, you can upload those so people can go to learn, and then they could see like an Indonesian publication, or maybe or a Filipino one, and then a Canadian one, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Sorupan.
Yes.
I already built a crypto learning center. Maybe you can Google Academy Crypto in Indonesia.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yes. So maybe
We can
after you
integrate
say
it.
the education.
Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
think with Miss Morita. Marita, I already talked with her
Yeah.
about
Send-
how to
Also,
build
academy, the cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Put me in a group chat. Marita,
Yes.
put me in a group chat. Put me in a WhatsApp chat with the gentleman.
Okay, perfect.
Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
I
you.
asked you this long time ago.
No, you've been asking me about the campus. So let me be clear. You have been asking about the campus for a very long time. But
Yes.
in an ambition to do the campus, I have built the education platform directly inside of all the wallets.
Like a
So
bit degree or a crypto certification.
yeah, well, I mean, we don't make content. So one of the things that's important, and you'll start to see this, is that we don't make content. We don't make the content.
Okay,
But
okay.
if you have the content, then we
put
can
content into the DGPWallet.
absolutely. We have the education software.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Small,
Cool.
Yeah,
small.
thank you.
Okay, so Tuesday at sometime Eastern, but I know it's going to be 11 p.m. my time. We will see each other
what
again.
time will be from us? 1:30?
I think it's what time today's call was supposed to start. I know it started late.
12:30.
Yeah, so it'll be 1:30.
Okay,
Yes.
1:30.
Yeah, I'll be more prepared because now I know that more people will be joining it. I will upload this call probably by the end of tonight after it's finished rendering, and then you guys can share it endlessly.
Okay.
Through
Wow.
YouTube.
Through YouTube, eh?
Yeah, YouTube. I'll send you guys YouTube.
Sure,
link.
Pan.
Yeah.
Great job.
All right, guys, thank you so much for spending your afternoons with me. I think it's afternoon for most of you. I think it's
So-
beautiful. Is it not beautiful weather somewhere in Toronto or Montreal? I would imagine it's
Well,
like gorgeous right now, right?
Perfect. Oh, by the way, we have to ask from our group, is there's any more question before Shurupan can go?
Yes, absolutely.
Shurupan, I have a question.
Yeah,
Shurupan, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. I have a couple of suggestions for
Okay.
this wallet. Sorry for my voice because it's like 2 o'clock already in the
Yeah,
morning. in the
you seem to be
Philippines.
very quiet.
So I'm super tired.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask if you can possibly put the home, like word home, in the little DigiPayment logo, because it's very confusing to everyone, especially to not young generations
No, I got you.
or very
I got you.
techy.
Yeah,
So if you could put home in the small
absolutely.
logo, it would
I will
be
add that. I will
would
add
be
that
a little
immediately.
bit help for
Yes.
everyone.
If
And
you-
also for Go
I was
ahead.
going to say, if you have, if you want more of those indicators, for example, I put settings. If you click this, you
Yeah,
get the settings, right? So if what you
That's
can
good.
do, if you can take a screenshot of this once you log in, and then just like mark out everywhere you want me to label and send it to me, and then it'll be easier for me to add all of them at once.
Yeah, because it's better to be like basic
Yes,
for everyone, especially if they don't really not techy,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So it should be user friendly. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that would be helpful.
sure. Just
Thank
if there's
you.
anything that I've missed for labeling, just send me whatever you want me to label,
Yeah.
and I'll add them.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so
Shurupan,
much.
No worries.
One thing is, don't forget the Filipino peso have to put there. Okay.
You keep reminding me, and I'll do it tonight. You know, I
have one
am
more
a forgetful
question,
person.
Hey, Shurupan,
Yes.
I just have one question before we go.
Yeah.
Is it possible to store? Will it be possible to store NFTs within the DGP wallet?
It's a great question. So first, it depends on where the NFTs were made. If the NFTs were made using the standard NFT protocol, then yes. Right now, I've made it so I have a platform that lets you create NFTs. So right now, those NFTs can be stored here. Yeah.
Can you show me?
Yeah,
can you
we
show
can
me?
get on it.
Because I really-
Absolutely. We can
I
get on a
really
different
wanna
call and
show.
we'll, yeah, absolutely. So
Cool.
any NFT that was created by our integrated platform appears in off markets. So like Cannabills is actually an NFT, but this is like proprietary NFT. If open source NFTs, which is probably what you're talking about, if they were done using the standard Ethereum protocol, then yes, you can add them. If they were done using, some other proprietary protocol, then it might be a little bit difficult, but I obviously am more encouraged to tell you to use ours, but you know what I mean? It's possible.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool.
So, Sherpan,
So-
we have our NFT. Probably we can include it there.
Oh, you have NFTs? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The GP Star. We have that.
Oh,
DGP
DGP Star NFTs. That sounds so cool. Yeah. Let me know. Absolutely. Send me
Okay.
the details.
On the beta testing.
on the beta testing right now.
So send me
Yeah.
the details. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm NFTs very everything like it's built to include. We don't make cryptos. We don't make NFTs. We don't make DeFi markets, but we integrate all of those things. So if you have anything that you want to plug in, just let me know and we'll see how we can integrate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like we don't make content and etc. Right? So cool. The only other thing I know we've talked about in the past, and maybe it's not an immediate thing right now, is language translation. We probably, once we release all of the training videos, we can look at if there's a friendly person who can translate this into the languages that you need them translated into.
Indonesia, Tagalog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not that many words, right? One of the other things is like, if you look at this page, right? And like, there's not that many words, right? So whatever asset classes is in Indonesian. So I just need that. And then I can upload it and it'll work. Just translate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been an
Thanks to
honor.
you, Sherpan. You're the best.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. I hope we are able to see each other again on Tuesday for another very aggressively informative lesson.
Tuesday, 1:30 p.m.
1:30 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.